Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, and welcome to our Vibe Online episode 9. And
Welcome,
today,
guys.
I know, today I'm here with Megan, and
Hi,
Megan
guys.
is still in Cambodia, and I am still in Devon, and we are here to talk about the compound effect today. And what the compound effect is small little actions that you take consistently that then compound into one big action, and lots of things then start to happen. Which we have experienced definitely now, which we have experienced previously, but definitely now the compound effect is starting to happen, isn't it, for both of us in the business, which is
It certainly is. Yeah, and it's been really nice to kind of see all those small, also they need to be like intentional actions as well, those small intentional actions that happen over a period of time that then compound into those results that you get to see. And I think it's very relatable in business for anyone that is listening that has had a business before or is looking to go into business. And that's what this podcast is all about, is giving you an insight into this. It's actually the same for any brand new business owner, whether you're a sole trader, independent business owner, whatever it is. It's a bit of it's a front heavy situation, right? at the front of everything, you're putting in you're putting in lots of work, lots of effort, lots of energy, with maybe a little bit like back. You're probably getting a lot of personal development and growth results on that side of things. But on business results, they don't kind of come until later, and that compound effect is so powerful when it starts to kick in. And that's something that you get to learn along this journey, is allowing yourself to be patient but also consistent with those actions over that period of time, because it's going to happen. It's going to happen, and when it kicks in, God, does it feel good.
Yeah, it really, really does. It's like, another way to put it is, it's like the snowball effect, isn't it? So it takes its time to kind of build up some motion, and then as it gets going, it gets bigger and bigger, and then all these little action steps that you take along the journey then just become one. And as Meg said, it's not just the business results that compound, is it? It's the combination of everything that you've done. So we obviously speak quite a lot about mindset and personal development and all that good stuff that we do within running the business, and it's a combination of it all, and it's little incremental improvements. So the compound effect encourages you just to kind of like focus on that, and I think for me definitely is when that's going to happen, it keeps you going, because you're just waiting for that day for it to just blow up.
Yeah, for sure. And I think it's keeping that in mind as well, always having it's always going to come. Like, doesn't matter how long it takes, what it takes, it's going to come. If you're doing those consistent daily actions, like what we talk about in our business is what we call IPAs. So like they're the income producing activities, which we know are like a non-negotiable. And that includes things like personal development as well, but it also includes other things like our advertising and things like that we work with online. So looking at those things daily and doing those small incremental actions, and they are small, sometimes you think, they're minute, and kind of push them aside, or think, it doesn't matter, it's not going to make a difference. But it does. So when you find that you become consistent with those things, and that was actually a major part for me on my journey, is building that consistency of doing those small incremental tasks. So because I think it's easy to have a mindset, and I think very normal as well, when you move from employee to entrepreneur, or just like, well, normal human to business owner, is you expect to do a task and get an instant result. So it's like instant gratification for something that you're doing, whereas the compound effect doesn't quite work like that. It's like you may be doing these tasks and seeing maybe little in return, but just keep chipping away, doing it. And before you know it, it's there. The results are there. They're coming in, they're flooding in, and it's great. And that's when you say, right, I'm not stopping now. Let's go. Let's keep going. And as you said earlier with the snowball analogy, like that was great, because it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. You're rolling, and the snowball is there. There's actually a really great one as well that you might recognize, or listeners might recognize, which I just had a picture in my head, is there was like a meme or like an infographic that I'd seen of a guy in like a gold mine or a diamond mine, and he's got a pickaxe. There's two images, one at the top, one at the bottom, and they're both picking away. One of them is further along than the other. And the one at the top is like, he's getting small amounts of diamonds here, there, and everywhere. And the one that's a bit further along, there's a huge diamond right at the end, but he stops right there before he gets to the diamond. And that just goes to show what the compound effect is, because if you stop, when are you going to get those results? Like, keep going, because when those results start to come in, they're going to be huge results, and you're really going to get rewarded for all of your efforts that you've put in.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's all about being patient as well, isn't it? Something that I kind of struggled with in the beginning, because like a lot of people, you know, you do the action, you want the result there and then, and to then maybe not see it initially, it's a bit like, is this really ever going to come? But to learn to build the patience and listen to those that say the same to us when we were going through the journey at the beginning. You know, you have to be patient, you have to build up the motion of getting it going and getting it off the ground, and then all of a sudden it comes, and then it also keeps you motivated as well, doesn't it? So as soon as you see the results coming in, you're like, okay, I know exactly where I'm going. I've got my vision of where I'm going. I can see my long-term goal. I can see the long-term plan of the business, and it just drives you and catapults you so much faster and quicker. And then the compound effect is even more so. And it's pretty incredible when you actually experience it. So it's like with anything, isn't it? When you start something new and people give you all this advice and tell you, you know, it's going to be X, Y, Z, and this is going to happen and blah, blah, blah. You're like, okay, yeah. Like, do you really ever fully believe somebody when they tell you that? I don't. I knew I didn't. And I was like, okay, yeah, it's going to come. It's going to come. Oh, there it is. And it just came. And it was like, it's actually real. I remember having a moment in my flat when it happened, and I was like, holy smokes, that's it.
Well, we had a call just the other week, didn't we? We were both looking at each other like, oh my God, it's here. And now it's happening. And it's so worth it. But like with that as well, it's so true. So when you like take it back on this kind of journey with the business as well, because when you first come into this, everything's super exciting. You're like, I'm creating my dream life for once. Like, this is actually going to happen. You've got this vision, and it's super exciting. And like, you want it now. You want it tomorrow. You want it as soon as possible. But the journey has to happen. That kind of process has to take place for you to kind of build those skills and build that journey and have that kind of compound effect to allow you to have those incredible rewards that working online does give you and benefit you from. But if you think about it in the sense of, okay, what's a year or a year, or even to 5 years, you know, it happens sooner than that as well. But to do those consistent daily actions daily to then get a lifetime of freedom, financial security, you know, your time back to do what you like and be wherever you want when you work, like, it's totally worth it. You know, you would of course continue remain in a job, but you know, you don't get instant, well, you get your wage and whatever else, but you're not getting that instant gratification from that. But then you're building your life. And I think having that foundation from the very beginning of when you start your business, say, right, yes, I want it now and it feels great, and I've got that vision, I've got that drive, like it's a burning desire inside of me. Keep that, because it's coming like sooner than you think, and keep that feeling. So when on the days when you might feel a bit lower and you're like, oh gosh, well, I don't want to do those kind of small incremental actions that I know are going to compound, but aren't they? If you start to doubt anything, remember that, because you could be that guy with the pickaxe in the gold mine just about to hit jackpot.
That's it. Never give up, isn't it? It's definitely like, it's a bit like the what's the race, the tortoise and the hare.
Yes, yeah.
Very much the same as that, isn't it? So it's like, just keep chipping away and you'll get there, and you'll have the life that you dreamed of, you know, whether it be like Meg, you know, traveling the world and having an amazing life. And yesterday you had an incredible day with the elephants, something probably you never ever imagined that you would ever happen in your life.
Beautiful. It was unbelievable. It was at the wildlife sanctuary over here in Cambodia. They do incredible work, and it's all completely ethical. And Yeah, they're all rescued elephants, and it was wonderful. They had all kinds of other stuff as well, dogs and chickens and all kinds of, but yeah, it was an experience that I never ever thought that I could ever imagine, actually.
And if you hadn't kept going and chipping away every day at your business, you knew the results were going to come, you just didn't know when they were going to come. And if you had given up like a couple of months ago, you would never be where you are now.
Yeah, you know, it's not worth giving up on.
Absolutely not. No way. Your dreams
are too big.
Your dreams are too important. Why would you want to give up your life? Why would you want to keep trading time for money? Why would you want to not be able to create a financial security for your family? Why is me as a mum and all the other parents out there whoever's listening to this, you know, why do you not want to be able to create a financial legacy that you can give to your children, where you're not hit with inheritance tax and you're not had the government taking money away from you, and you can leave a business ready built for your children? Like, that to me is worth fighting for. Like, every single second of every single day, I will work as much as I possibly can, because I know that's coming.
Absolutely.
To think where I am now compared to where I was a year ago, where I started, and as to where you are now, Meg, where you first started, because our journeys have been like pretty much, you know, like about a month apart. And it's we're at the same position because we've been consistent, we've remained. And yes, we've had our shit days where we don't want to show up and we don't want to speak to anybody and just want to curl up in a ball, and that's fine. It's normal, you know. Take the day off, because if you feel like it, and this is why we do all the personal development and mindset, isn't it? So we don't have the burnout, but it keeps the excitement and the drive to keep going.
Yeah, absolutely. And also remember what results you're looking at as well. Okay, yes, we all want the business results, the financial results, that freedom and stuff, but along the journey, recognize how much you're changing, how much you're improving. You know, your mindset is changing, your diet's better, you're eating healthier, you know, you're working out, and all of these things, you're reading books, and you know, you're feeling all better in yourself. They are all results as well. So recognizing those along the way certainly helps as well, because it's easy to get stuck up in that kind of burning desire, like, I want this life now. But also, I would think about asking yourself, like, what are you giving this up for? Are you giving this up to go back to the life that you had that led you to here, to look for this solution, to now go on this journey? Are you going to give that up and go back to that? Because what's the alternative? You know, keep going. You know, you're literally around the corner. It's knocking on the door, ready for you. Just continue going, just work at it. And it's going to be there before you know it. Like me and Karen just said, it just came out of the blue and we're like, whoa, okay. And it can hit you in the face sometimes. I'm like, okay,
I was just going to say, it was like a big slap in the face. I'm here. Don't ignore me, because I've come, like, you've done all this hard work. Here I am.
Exactly.
Yeah, it really is incredible. And everybody else that we speak to, even people that get the same results by being consistent in the gym, or, you know, being consistent with something that's a passion of yours, that all of a sudden it happens. Like, we're very passionate about our lives and our business and how much we get to help people, and, you know, spread the true health and true freedom across the globe, and share this with as many people as possible. So to have that passion, no matter what it is, like, you know, you play the guitar or any musical instrument, anybody that is listening that has a passion like that has experienced something similar, of, you know, we all start with nothing, no skills, we don't know what we're doing, but there's processes, there's things we learn from. And if you learn every day and be consistent, then, you know, I'm sure other people have experienced the compound effect of not just businesses, but personal gain as well.
Yeah, I would actually love to hear from any of our listeners, you know, when have you experienced the compound effect in any walk of life, or whatever you've been doing? Has it been a new skill that you've learned? Has it just been something that you've been progressively working at, and then all of a sudden, you know, you get these results and, you know, it feels great? Let us know how it feels and kind of what experiences that you've had with the compound effect. Would love to hear them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely love to. And if for any reason there is somebody out there that's a little bit more curious as to this business and what the compound effect on the business side of things is, then feel free to reach out to me, Meg. We're both on Instagram. where you can get us on YouTube, you can get us on Facebook. Our handles are on the image within Spotify. So yeah, give us a follow, jump out, chat to us, because we love to share this with you. And I think like you can feel just the energy with the way we speak in these podcasts about how passionate we are about what we talk about, and you know how much our lives have changed. And like, I remember the first day I met you, Meg. Do you remember we met for coffee that day, and it was like, because we'd been working online and had the same passion and drive and belief and everything, it felt like we'd known each other for so long. And then to look to where we are now, all this is part of the compound effect. You know, it's like if we hadn't been consistently showing up every day for our business, we wouldn't be here doing a podcast together. Like, we wouldn't be in this position where we're going to see each other in a few weeks and get like so super excited about it.
I know, I'm buzzing already. I actually just got shivers when you mentioned about the first time that we met. So I remember walking up to the van, you was in the van, and I think I was on live actually.
You were, yeah.
Karen for the first time. It's amazing. We've been like accountability partners. We've been chatting for all of this time online. She's in Scotland, I'm in Surrey, and we're meeting. Yeah, that was amazing. And we've really been on a journey together as well. And it's beautiful. Watch your growth, as I'm sure it is, reciprocated as well.
Yeah, definitely.
And now that we're here doing this podcast together, building this together, and also I just love that we're able to share this with other people, because we're just two normal women from England that are just like want to create a better life for ourselves, for our future families, obviously for our existing families as well, and also make change for other people and allow them to have this impact in their life, because it's completely changed ours around.
Yeah, definitely. And I think the thing is as well, like, don't be fearful of not having the results straight away. And I think that's really important to kind of address with everything. Like, you wouldn't go to the gym and a week later have the dream body that you want to have. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes consistency, and exactly the same in a business. You don't get results instantly. When you start a new job, you don't learn everything instantly. So don't be fearful of investing into a business, but you're also investing into yourself. And then journal and watch your life change. Everything about your life will change. Like your confidence, your growth, your mindset, your interests, your business will bloom, your life will change. The cost of living crisis will be less of a strain on you because you have a source of a second income. There's just too much beauty of the whole package not to share, isn't there?
Yeah, there really is. And I think the great thing about what we have here as well with this solution is that we've got the training platforms, we've got the systems in place. You're not learning from scratch per se. There's thousands of people that have done this prior to you coming into this and have built these platforms through their mistakes or their compound effects and their results. And, they've been able to share that. And that's what we do within this. There's no competition, there's no nothing. It's like, I want to give you this value. I want to help you succeed. It's a very, very different environment than what some people may be used to, and I certainly was not used to that environment to begin with, but then it's an environment that you thrive in. So that growth and that personal development and all of that, the business side as well, of course, but the really internal stuff, you get to blossom and really be yourself and really become who you want to be, and that person that is, deserving probably isn't the right word, but of those results that are inevitably going to come to you, whatever that result is, whether it's you want to travel the world, or you want to create a legacy for your family, or you just want to help with the cost of living crisis, or just have an extra stream of income, whatever that is, like, it's literally knocking at the door for you. As we are here. If you're listening to this podcast, and maybe a reason why you're listening to it, if it's something that you're considering maybe looking into, or maybe you've just come across us randomly and you happen to be on this listening to this right now, and something's tweaking, you're thinking, oh, okay, maybe actually I'm a little interested in what they do. Essentially do is we give education, we help people understand what this opportunity can do for them. There's no strings attached or anything like that. Just ask us and we can share this with you, because that's what we're all here to do as a community, to help other people gain access into this better way of living.
Yeah, absolutely. And celebrate the compound effect together. There's a couple in my team that have just had the same, the compound effect is there. It's just all of a sudden blown up, and to be able to celebrate that and see the excitement and the emotion that comes out of them when they get to that point in the business, it's just amazing. I can't describe how amazing it is to see other people grow and blossom and achieve what they have set out to start. Everything's starting to go in the right direction. It's just happening. That diamond is there.
Yeah. And how good does it feel as well when it's people that you've introduced to the business that, if you weren't doing this yourself, you couldn't have helped them understand how this works for them to also change their life. So it's not just, we're seeing everyone grow and experience this. It's amazing, but it also feels, it's such a fulfilling feeling to know that you've been a part of that journey, that you've actually helped that person introduce them into this opportunity so that they can change their entire life.
It really
and see them so happy and grow and build is really just like a feeling that you can't really describe until you feel it. And that's why we do this. It's all about supporting true health and sharing true health, and we love to see people thrive. So reach out.
Definitely. Well, I think that's us definitely well and truly covered the compound effect. So I would love to hear from you guys. Share how the compound effect has affected you and with what. I'd love to hear from you, and we will be back next week. Okay, speak to you all soon. Bye.
Take care, guys. Bye.